If we could, we would fill our hands with all the wonderful things you give us. Then we'd lift them up and give them back to you.
Ping pong. Click here to subscribe. Sing boom body boom boom. Boom body boom boom. Sing boom body boom pa boom. Boom body boom pa boom.
Down in the jungle where nobody goes, there's a great big gorilla washing his clothes with a swish splash here and a swish splash there. That's the way he washes his clothes.
Boom body boom boom boogie woogie boo. Boom body boom boom boogie woogie boo. Boom body boom boom boogie woogie boo. That's the way he washes his clothes.
Down in the jungle where nobody goes, there's a slithery snake washing his clothes with a swish swash here and a swish swash there. That's the way he washes his clothes.
Boom body boom boom boogie woogie boo. Boom body boom boom boogie woogie boo. Boom body boom boom boogie woogie boo. That's the way he washes his clothes. Sing boom body boom boom. Boom body boom boom. Sing boom body boom pa boom. Boom body boom pa boom.
Down in the jungle where nobody goes, there's a great big crocodile washing his clothes with a swish splash here and a swish splash there. That's the way he washes his clothes.
Boom body boom boom boogie woogie boo. Boom body boom boom boogie woogie boo. Boom body boom boom boogie woogie boo. That's the way he washes his clothes.
Come play on our apps. Search for Ping Pong on YouTube.
Good day, grade 3 pupils! So this is our week 10 of our reading class. And today we are going to discuss the module 3, Nourishing One's Faith. Rice is considered as the staple food for most Asian countries, including the Philippines. Generally, Filipinos eat rice at least 2 times a day. In any social gatherings, which are done during lunch or dinner time. Rice is almost always a part of the menu. Thus, it is almost a disaster to have no rice at all, even for just a day or 2. So the story below gives an account about the people in the island of Mindoro who once experienced a great famine due to scarcity of rice in their town. Let's find out how these people were able to solve their problems. Okay, so let us read a story entitled The Miracle of the Black Rice. Okay, this tale is often narrated by the old folks living in the town of Nojan in the island of Mindoro. According to them, during the early Spanish time, many merchandise flowing to the country were brought in by the huge galleons coming all the way to Mexico. On their return as voyage from Mexico, they would in return ship locally made goods such as copra, tobacco, and spices out of the country. One time, one of these galleons carried sacks of rice from Luzon and was to make stopover in Cebu before heading east all the way to Mexico. As the ship passed by the turbulent waters surrounding Mindanao to reach Cebu, a strong typhoon caught up with it. The ship with all its men and crew and the cargo of rice capsized and fell into the bottom of the sea. When you say capsize, okay, that is to overturn on the surface of water or cause a boat to overturn. Okay, so as the time passed by, the whole incident was forgotten by everyone. But there came a time when the village folks of Nojan experienced famine in their lands. What do you mean by famine? A famine that is a severe shortage of food resulting in widespread hunger. Okay, so the locust destroyed all their crops that left them with no rice to harvest, upon which they depended on their daily sustenance. Thus, the people, led by the parish priest, thought of conducting a prayer vigil. They brought out their patron saint and carried the statue around the village. Wherever they went, the fox and the other bystanders would bow down and pray. Early the next morning, the people were awakened by gusty winds and raging rains. Thus, living close by the seashore had shut off their windows, peeping out once or so from their windows. They were also the first to notice the sudden change in the color of the sea. The water turned black, and even the once white sandy beaches also became black in color. When the storm subsided, many of them proceeded to the shore to have a closer look. As they neared the shoreline, they were surprised to see piles upon piles of small hills that appeared to be black sand. When they examined it, they found out that they were not exactly particles of sand after all. They were much larger in size, elongated, and resembled rice grains more than anything else they could think of but for black coating. One of them tried tasting it. As he popped a few bits into his mouth while everyone watched, "It's rice!" he exclaimed. One of the elders confirmed his finding. Soon, word got around, and when everyone learned it was rice grains, many of the women folks came running to the bamboo sheaves and filled them with the dark rice grains they gathered by handfuls. They had brought it home to strain and filter off the particles of sand that became mixed with the grains. Some, who remained doubtful, took a bite of the grains themselves to find out if it tasted like rice before cooking them. Okay, so that was this story all about. Okay, so first, let us discuss the lesson 1, noting story details. So when we read, we usually read for information as well as for understanding. So when we read for information, we acquire facts. When we read for understanding, we learn not only facts but also their significance. The effective reader does not stop with information but tries to foresee its significance. Okay, so this time, you are going to answer the exercise 1. Okay, so show how will you understand the story by answering the following questions. Okay, circle the letter of the correct answer. It is items 1 to 10, pages 124 to 125. And also, you will include exercise 2. Read the short paragraph below and answer the questions that follow. Okay, so let's proceed to lesson 2. Understanding words with multiple meanings. Okay, so words can have one or more meanings or definition. For example, the word long. Okay, the word long can mean lengthy, lasting, wordy, far-reaching, lingering, and many others. Okay, so it is easier to understand words with multiple meaning if these words are used in the sentences. So let us use the words long in sentences and determine the appropriate meaning of the word from the given definition of long. So in the sentence, mother carried a long list to market. Long here means lengthy, taas. Okay, so in another sentence such as don't take so long. So long means here lingering. Okay, so let us try to answer exercise 1. Encircle the letter of the word which has the most appropriate meaning of the underlined word in the sentence. Okay, number 1. Those living close by the seashore have shut off their windows. Okay, let's find out the meaning of the word close in the sentence. Is it near, shut, dear, or none of the above? Close gani here. Okay, the answer is near. Okay, duol. Okay, for the rest of the items, you answer it alone. Okay, so let's proceed to lesson 3. Acting out scenes from the story. Acting out scenes from a story means dramatizing or expressing important lines through actions and dialogues. So when acting out a scene from the story, try to imagine yourself as one of its characters. Take note of the actions and the dialogues, then repeat reading the story so that you can get acquainted with the characters and be familiarized with the sequence of events that happen in the story. Then practice with your group. Okay, so let's proceed to the last topic for this week, the lesson 4. Classifying words under the proper headings. Okay, so words can be grouped according to headings. A heading is referred to as the title or caption that gives you an idea of what words classified under it are all about. Thus, you will find it easier to understand the significance of this group of words if they are placed under a proper heading. Okay, so let us read the selection below, food and nutrients, and we will answer the following exercises. Okay, food and nutrients. Without food, people cannot survive. Food gives the body energy to make it work. Food contains nutrients, which the body needs to keep it healthy. Here are main nutrients, what they do, and a list of some of the foods in which they are found. Proteins help the body cells grow and repair injuries. They are found in meat, fish, cheese, eggs, and beans. Carbohydrates provide energy. They are found in bread, potatoes, pasta, rice, flour, and sugar. Fats builds body cells that provide energy. They are found in milk, cheese, oil, butter, oily fish, and nuts. Vitamins keep the body healthy. There are about 20 vitamins in many different foods. Vitamin C, for example, it is found in fruits and vegetables. Minerals are found in foods, including the calcium and iron. Calcium builds teeth and bones, while iron keeps the blood healthy. Minerals are found in cheese, nuts, liver, and brown bread. Okay, so this time, you are going to answer the exercise 1. The following box contains list of words which are taken from the article that you have just read. Okay, so classify these words under the proper headings. Some words can be classified into 2 headings. Okay, you have there the proteins, the carbohydrates, the fats, and minerals. And also, you will include exercise 2. Okay, so we will answer 1 and 2, and for the rest of the items, you answer it alone. Okay, so give the proper heading for each group of words from the list of heading below. Choose your answer in the box and write it on the space provided. Okay, so you have here the body parts, the land formation, leafy vegetables, furniture, parts of the house, heavenly bodies, root crops, body of water, parts of a book, fruit-bearing trees. Okay, so we will write the proper heading. Okay, number 1 here. You have there the plateau, valley, and mountain. So what do you think is the proper heading? Okay, very good. The proper heading of this one is these are all land formation. You write here, land formation. Okay, number 2, stomach, navel, and torso. These are all parts of a body or body parts. So you write here body parts. Okay, so that would be all for this week, grade 3 pupils. I hope you have learned something new today. And if you have any question or clarification with my discussion today, don't hesitate to message me in my messenger account. Thank you and keep safe, everyone!